The near future of Warhammer 40,000 has some uncertainty related to it due to constraints on global supply chains, as well as other unexpected events having a big impact on the cost of shipping and raw materials, as well as production, and this will all eventually lead to impacts on labor. But even with all of this happening, we can begin to see the formulation of the near-term future of Games Workshop's releases for Warhammer 40,000. I don't usually run this channel as a rumours channel, but I did think it was noteworthy for us to talk about this for a couple minutes about what we can kind of expect to see coming out as a community over the next year or two. Why is this important? It may influence what you can buy, or it may influence which armies you choose to collect. Some of the circumstances may influence if you can buy. How long these things take to manifest may even impact the release schedule for longer-term outcomes, such as the pending release of 10th edition, which normally we might have expected closer to around summer or fall of next year. So, with all of that out of the way, what can we expect going forward? Outside of the pending announcement of Horus Heresy, we're going to see rumblings and movement on several primary armies. Chaos Space Marines are possibly or likely going to be the first which we will see make it to market after the Tyranid update. There will be a release of some rumored units, such as Bikers, Possessed, and other assortments of light infantry, but there also might be other delays affecting the Chaos Space Marine release, which we will be talking about a little bit later. We are then likely to see the release of the standard Adeptus Astartes with their alternative dreadnought, rocket-based segued-away Devastator Marines for the Primaris, and a few other units which we can anticipate to see in the Codex 2.0. The rumors also mention supplements will be finally getting updated, but we'll see on that front. After this, we can expect to see Chaos Knights, something which Games Workshop has already shown us a teaser image for much earlier in the year, and we can also expect to see smaller knights as well as bigger knights, though I'm also hoping that we get to see an upgrade sprue for the current Chaos Knight. But all of this is going to be up in the air in terms of when this will be released, but it will be released this year in all likelihood. The least models being released seem to be for the Imperial Knights, which are slated to be getting a codex around the same time as the Chaos Knights. We can expect to see them this year as well. Of the armies that already have established ranges, the Astra Militarum, i.e. the Imperial Guard, are going to be coming as well. There are rumors of a new battle tank, and there are rumblings of Karsakan stormtroopers, as well as of potentially an expansion of the Death Corps of Krieg range in plastic. Time will tell how things pan out on this front, but the Guard will be getting a release, and there will be models of some type. The question is just how extensive this release is going to be. And where does this all go afterwards? Well, to be frank, there is one army that is going to be released that will be wholly new, or at least has never been its own army list in the history of Warhammer 40,000 before, which is we can expect to see World Eaters Chaos Space Marines coming. This army may impact the release of generic Space Marines, for generic Chaos Space Marines, because they are going to be removed from the Chaos Space Marine Codex, and that may mean that they may delay the Chaos Codex to actually coincide with the release of the World Eaters, just in order to make sure that World Eaters themselves are not left without a home for an extended period of time. As a final footnote in terms of army releases, apparently Squats may be being re-released at some point on the horizon, but we have no idea when, and we are not entirely sure of the credibility of this. After all of this, barring the Squats, I expect to see 10th edition. The question is, how pushed back will 10th edition be? Global circumstances may delay its release, and may delay the launches of these other armies as well. The rules will change, but there's nothing solid on how they will change. I do expect to see the reaction phase, and as I mentioned the other day in a video, I also expect to see Tyranids to become the launch army for 10th edition and to get a push similar to what the Necrons got at the beginning of 9th, but if it is not them, I expect it to either be the Drakari or the Tau Empire. So there it is. This is the rough, inaccurate roadmap of what to expect for Warhammer 40,000 over the next year or so. This is what I expect to see based on the rumors and based off of the logical outcomes of what GW itself has given us or hinted to. we know they're running behind. And it's going to impact their sales as well, which I'm sure is going to make their investors very upset at the end of this particular fiscal year. We will see announcements being made in the coming months, but just how many marks I'll be able to make on my bingo card is currently an unknown. If you enjoyed this content, please consider leaving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel. Also, please let me know your thoughts on the upcoming releases, or if you think something else is coming down the pipe, and I'll be happy to discuss it with you in the comments section down below. With that, have a good one.